Hello everyone, welcome to Homework Help. If you find the video useful, please subscribe to the channel. In this video, we'll use implicit differentiation to find dy over dx for the equation x cube over y cube plus y cube over x cube equals 1. We have to use implicit differentiation for this equation because we cannot isolate y in this equation. This is a very important concept we need to understand and memorize. We have to find dy over dx. That means we have to find the derivative of this equation with respect to x. In this equation, the terms x cube over y cube and y cube over x cube are in fraction form. We can move y cube and x cube to the numerator and make their exponents negative and use product rule to find the derivative of these terms. It will be easier to find the derivative of this equation by getting rid of the denominators y cube and x cube in this equation. The common denominator for these two fractions is x cube y cube. We can get rid of these denominators by multiplying each term in this equation by x cube y cube. So that should be our first step. I multiplied each term in this equation by x cube y cube. Now we can simplify the terms. In the first term, we can cancel out the y cube from the numerator and the denominator. X cube times x cube is equal to x to the power 6. In the second term, we can cancel out the x cube from the numerator and denominator. Y cube times y cube is equal to y to the power 6. And on the right side, 1 times x cube y cube is equal to x cube y cube. This is the simplified form of this given equation. Now we can find dy over dx by finding the derivative of all terms in this equation with respect to x. Let's start with the first term x to the power 6. We should use power rule to find the derivative of this term with respect to x. As per the power rule, we move the exponent 6 to the front of the term and subtract 1 from 6. For the second term y to the power 6, we should use chain rule. In this term, the inner function is y, the outer function is exponent 6. As per chain rule, we start with the derivative of the outer function, the exponent 6. We use power rule. We move the exponent 6 to the front of the term and subtract 1 from 6 times the derivative of the inner function y. The derivative of y with respect to x is dy over dx. On the right side, the term is x cube y cube. This term is made up of two functions, x cube and y cube, and they are being multiplied. So we have to use product rule to find the derivative of this term. As per the product rule, we start with the derivative of the first function, x cube. The derivative of x cube is 3x squared. As per the power rule, we move the exponent 3 to the front and subtract 1 from 3 times the second function y cube plus the first function x cube times the derivative of the second function y cube. We have to use chain rule. The inner function is y, the outer function is exponent 3. As per chain rule, we should find the derivative of the outer function first. We should use power rule. We should move the exponent 3 to the front of the term and subtract 1 from 3 times the derivative of the inner function y. The derivative of y with respect to x is dy over dx. This is the derivative of the equation. Now we can simplify this step. In the exponents, 6 minus 1 is 5. 3 minus 1 is 2. Next, we should gather the terms with dy over dx on one side of the equation. We should move this term 3x cubed y squared dy over dx on the left side of the equation, and that will make this term negative. And we can move the term 6 times x to the power 5 to the right side of the equation, and that will make this term negative. Next, we can factor out dy over dx from both terms on the left side. Next, we can isolate dy over dx on the left side of this equation by dividing both sides by 6y to the power 5 minus 3x cubed y squared. Next, we can simplify this expression by doing common factoring in the numerator and denominator. In the numerator, we can factor out 3x squared from both terms, and in the denominator, we can factor out 3y squared from both terms. This should be the final answer for dy over dx for the given equation. So these are the steps you have to keep in mind to solve a problem like this one. I hope you'll find this video useful. Please share it, like it, and subscribe to Homework Help. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.